Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming to you all the way from across the pond in Japan, my favorite place on earth. It is the Vemuram Budi G Boost. So they call it a boost pedal, I call it a boost with grit or a boost with grind. We could even call it an overdrive. But it can function as quite a transparent boost if you want it to, or it's just that you can layer on some grit, some grind, some saturation into the signal and actually get some more gain and sustain out of the pedal. In the song at the beginning of the video, you heard me playing it through my old 72 Marshall 50 watt. I had the amp set for crunch, and then I had the pedal set to definitely add a little bit of grit and grind, also add some treble and boost into the front end of the amp for an extra hot, kind of high gain, hard rock sound. And it really morphs into most amplifiers I've tried it with really nicely to just add an extra layer of kind of haze and sustain and a bit more grit. And the pedal can be really transparent if you want it to be once again, or you can make it a little bit more colored and a little bit more of an obvious thing when you turn it on. Let's talk about the controls for a second. You got a 2-band EQ, a bass and a treble. And then you got a boost, that's the level. And then you got a gain control here, and that's going to allow you to add the saturation in and a little bit of grind. On the back here, there's also this sat control. That is on a mini pot, with like a mini screwdriver. You're supposed to turn it and kind of preset. It just basically allows you to fine tune the amount of saturation that is available via the gain circuit here. So with it all the way down, you can get anywhere from transparent with basically no saturation on up to like light grind out of the gain pot. But when you turn it up, there's quite a bit of gain on top there to get you into like at least medium grind, if not high gain territory. So anyway, just in practice, I turned up that sat pot. Sounded good to me at about 20% of the way up or something like that. And then I had the gain anywhere from maybe 9 or 10 o'clock on up to maybe 1 o'clock. That seemed to work really well in my ears without getting, too obviously distorted. I was always able to retain tightness and articulation on the guitar, even while adding a fair amount of grind out of the pedal. So for the song at the beginning of the video, I played once again through my old Marshall, and that was kind of a halfway crunchy affair already, and then layered this on top, and it worked great for that. But I know some of you are probably going to want to hear the pedal through a sound that it's made me more obvious, like what the pedal's doing. So I thought right now I'll play through my clean channel on my PT15 and layer this pedal on top of that and just kind of run through the controls and tweak some knobs and stuff. You can really hear what it sounds like through that amplifier. And then at the end I'll play a little bit more through the Marshall and show you the layered sound one more time. Okay, here we go. I wanted to show you what the pedal sounds like through a cleaner amp, because the Marshall was set, fairly crunchy. So I knew some of you would want to hear it in front of clean. And it sounds great in front of a basically clean amp. It thickens the mids, but not like at all bloated or anything like that. It's almost transparent. That's just super nice. So that's the bridge humbucker. Now the way that I got the pedal set up here right now, I got the bass almost all the way down. I got the gain up just a little bit at like 9 o'clock. And I got the treble up around 10 o'clock. I've got the bright on the amp on, because I like a fairly bright, clean sound, so. I just like what that does to the tone, how I've still got my sparkly clean, and then I can turn this on and even boost the treble a little bit, but it doesn't get like searingly bright. If I turn off the bright on the amp, let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, so that's a little dark and anemic sounding. So if I turn up the treble on the pedal to about noon, check out what that does. So now I've taken my kind of anemic clean sound, because it sounds a little dark to me with the bright off on the amp, and I brightened it up on the pedal, and then I get a pretty cool, usable, slightly broken up clean, basically. So that's nice. So I'm going to put the bright back on, though, because I prefer the sound of my amp with the bright on. And yeah, just sounded good to me. Okay. So let's experiment a little bit now with bringing up the gain control, because I want you to hear the dirty boost that this thing does. sounds really cool like that to me. I mean, it's basically not adding a ton of volume or boost into the front end the way I've got it set. But, you know, I'm using it like an overdrive at the moment. And it's just got a terrific low gain, kind of natural drive thing going on. It sounds really good. Let me try boosting more now. I'll bring up the volume. That's a cool sound too with the neck single coil. Okay, now I'm back over on my Marshall because I want to show you what it's doing to kick the front end of the amp for all the parts I did in the song at the beginning of the video. So here's the tone with no pedal. And turning it on. There you have it. It's the Budi G Boost from my friends at Vemuram over in Japan. Just a terrific sounding pedal. This is the first video I've made for Vemuram. I've used the Jan Ray over the years. I used another kind of a dual distortion pedal that they made years ago. I had that on my board for a while. But for some reason, this is the very first dedicated Vemuram video that I've ever made. So sorry guys, thanks for your patience with me, and hope you like the video. I know there's a couple super notable guitar players using this pedal. Kim Mitchell told me that he's using it, and I guess it's also one of Landau's picks these days. He's using it in addition to his Vemuram Butter Machine signature pedal, so that's pretty cool. You can check it out further at the website that you see down there in the link in the video description. Click there, it'll take you to more info about the Vemuram, Budi G, and all the other great Vemuram pedals. Thanks so much for watching, and hey, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and click the little bell beside the subscribe, then you'll get an alert when I put out new videos. I'll see you guys real soon. I'm Pete Thorn. Take care.